Hiya, and thank you so much for taking the time to actually watch my video. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that my channel is really aimed at helping people, trying to help people with their businesses, trying to help people in their family life, and I also do things on videos on personal development. This video is I'm going to title what is more important, your time or your money? Now, if like me, you're working, you might be self-employed, you might be working for a company, and you might be like me, working quite hard, going in every day, and if you like doing the daily grind and you're earning your money, and you might have a chance to earn more money. It's very difficult to become focused on one of those things, and it's usually money. I know with me in the past, when I've been having really good times, and all of a sudden, everything seems to be going your way, you start chasing after it more and more, and you sometimes forget about obviously your health, and also obviously the time that you're not spending with your family. Now, the idea of this video is to try and make you critical of this. Yeah. I always think back to the old Mars advert years a day when it says you've got to work hard, when you work, rest and play. And I think this is true. We need to, if we're working in a job that might be stressful. I'm involved in sales. It can be stressful at times. It's very easy to let your work take over you. But then sometimes it can go the other way. Sometimes people they end up not really worrying about work, and they don't worry about money, and then obviously that causes problems. So you need to really just keep a check on what you're doing. If you've got quite a good standard of living, and you're quite comfortable, and you can see that, you can see, if you like, that that the horizon is looking good, if you like, then perhaps you could slow down a little bit. You haven't got to keep chasing and chasing. Yeah. One thing I've realised in my life, and this is certainly true, and that is, the more money you earn, the more money you seem to spend anyway. So, there's a few little things in this video that I hope sink in. Um, you know, your time with your family is really important. Yeah. Even if you're not living a high life and going on big holidays, and because perhaps you haven't got the money to do that, just spending time with your family, in my opinion, is perhaps more is worth more than money. Yeah. So, but don't think I don't think money's important, because I do. I spend, I daily try and think of ways of doing more for my family. I always think of ideas, and what can I do to improve my family's situation. But it's also, I think, equally as important to not just focus on money, but to focus on your family, and obviously the love, being around for your children. Yeah. Sometimes, I think we take, I know I've done it in the past, I've taken people, you take your partner, you take your children, you take them for granted. And then sometimes when they're not there, you wonder whether the time you had with them was spent, was even being spent, and if you was spending a good amount of time with your children, was it being spent doing nice things? It could be just sitting down and watching a movie and having a takeaway. Um, what springs to mind now in making this video is my daughter. My daughter has recently left home. No bad reason. She just, her boyfriend moved away, and she's moved away with him because she loves him and she wants to be with him. And obviously it's upset me and my wife a little bit, because obviously we want her close, and she's 100 miles away, and it does have an effect on you. But in hearing that little story, hopefully it's made you realise that this can happen to you, and that your time spent with your family, whenever you can get it, is so precious. You know, and obviously, God forbid something worse happen, you know what I mean, and you actually lose a child, and I don't even want to comprehend that. But, this video is really aimed at you, um, trying to make you be critical of your, of your life. Because, money's important, your health's important, obviously time's important, sleep's important. All these different things are so important, and you need to focus on having the right amount of all these different categories in your life. Yeah, if like me years ago, you're working really hard and you're chasing money and you're stressing yourself out. Yes, you might have loads of money, but what's the point if you go and drop down dead with an heart attack? It ain't the way to be. My dad used to say to me, and my dad was a very wise man. He wasn't a rich man, he was a lovely man. And my dad used to say to me, mate, you want to take it somewhere down the middle of the road. Yeah? You do what you need to do, go to work, try and always, this is what he said, he used to say to me, try and aspire to always be better, never do anybody any harm. He said, and always try and do your bit. Yeah, and always look after your family. Yeah. Obviously, he said loads of other things to me as well over the years. Some of the things I can't repeat, but that was the gist of it. Yeah, my dad was a great man, and he obviously he was trying to guide me, and a lot of what he told me sunk in. And I hope that you watching this video is making you perhaps look at your day, look at your life, and think, well, do you know what? Perhaps I've been working too hard. Perhaps I shouldn't go and work the weekend. Perhaps I should take my boy to football. Perhaps I should go and do something else, because you're never going to bring this time back. Yeah, you will never ever bring this time back. I'm daily in my life. I'm like, this is the truth. I think daily in my life about when my kids are younger, about when my little girl was younger. I think my daughter going away has made me think more of that. When we used to go on holiday and she'd be running around the pool in a little Spanish dress on and things like that, and it sticks in my mind. And you can never bring that time back, which is why it's so important that you cherish every moment that you possibly can. Obviously, I know that work, my job, I'm quite lucky in my job in that I'm self-employed and I can choose when I go to work. I only actually earn money when I go to work, but I've not got set hours, which really for me is obviously good. But it's we're so lucky, if you like, to have children and to have a good family life, and we need to perhaps put a little bit more time in that area, if you like, and less time worrying about the money. As long as you can pay your bills, as long as you're paying your way, that work's always going to be there. Work will always be there. Yeah, if you're like me, I've got about 3 jobs. There's always something to do. So, take a break every now and then. I hope this has been of help to you. I hope it's encouraged you to look a little bit more about your day and how you're spending your hours. And I hope it's encouraging you to think about your health as well, because obviously that plays a major factor in your mind and how you feel. And I hope this video has helped. Please, if you can, I really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. If you can, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you did watch to the end of my video, thank you so much. Your view is appreciated. And I hope to see you again on another one of my videos. Thank you so much.